Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how I became a influencer. So I think the word influencer is could be used in a cringy way. I remember people would ask what I do, and now I'm like more comfortable with saying it, but before I'd be like, I do social media, and people would be like, oh, you're an influencer, and I'd be like, yeah. I don't know, there's like a lot of like, I guess, cringe around it. I don't know why, I don't know. But I started in 2019 on TikTok. I did in high school have a bit of a following on Instagram. I think by my junior year, when I wasn't into TikTok or anything, just Instagram, I think I had 15K. By the time I had TikTok, I had, like, when I first started, I was at 20K, I think. Then after that, it just grew. But I started TikTok at the end of 2019, which was my senior year of high school. And I didn't even know what TikTok was, to be honest. My friend told me to download it multiple times. I didn't end up downloading it just because I didn't care for it or didn't want to download it. I didn't know that TikTok was Musical.ly before, so I didn't know what TikTok was at all. And then I remember one day my dad took me to a meeting he had, and I was so bored. I think it was like a 3-hour meeting or something, and then I ended up downloading it there. I did a dance. I ended up deleting it because I think at that time you couldn't, like, private videos, I think it was like only delete or something like that, but I ended up deleting it. And then I forgot about it, and then I got back on the app, and then I was just doing little like POVs or whatever. And then I remember with my dad, I think it was with my dad, I'll pop in the video that my first ever like viral video was a hair video. That was like probably a random video I posted and it just blew up. The video that really blew me up was with my dad, I'm pretty sure. I'll insert it. And then after that one video, all my videos started to like slowly rise. So after that, like, any video with my mom and my dad did like tremendously well. And then I think one of my biggest videos was this very embarrassing video. It was the Stanky and Fishy video, which I will insert.
Stanky and Fishy, Stanky and Fishy.
That one, at the time it wasn't embarrassing because the sound was going viral and stuff like that. But now looking at it, I'm like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it, nothing. But yeah, so then I was doing a lot of videos with my mom and my dad, and then eventually my sister started coming into videos, and I was more so, I guess, a family TikTok, I guess you could say. Like, my brother, he hated being in any videos. I would have loved to put him in videos, but he refused to be in any videos, so he was never in any with me. But yeah, pretty much any video I put my parents in, it just rocketed. So I was doing that for about, I don't know when I started to, I think it was like September. So ever since September to December, I was just posting with my mom, my dad, and videos with just myself would do well, just as well. But definitely those are the ones that got like millions of views, and it was crazy. I started making money off of it and things like that, and it was just really weird because that was something that I dreamed about, like having followers and stuff like that, and just like it happened, and it was weird. Then I got invited to this event in Orlando with some influencers, and they invited me to be in their Airbnb. And then ever since then, that was like my first event of meeting like other people who did social media. I think before it used to be like mainly a YouTuber event, and then it kind of turned into YouTube, TikTok, whatever people end up doing. And it was really weird. It was fun, but it was weird meeting other people who did the same thing as me, and just joining together and like making TikToks and exchanging content ideas and just meeting people who enjoyed my content. I met fans there. It was a cool experience, but it was also weird at the same time, because I remember that was my first time ever seeing like the bigger TikTokers at the time. Like I remember Bryce Hall, he had a party, we all ended up going, and it was like all the big TikTokers who were there. It was just a very like weird experience, what goes on in those parties and stuff like that. And after that, I didn't do any other influencer events or anything like that, if I can remember. Oh, I did like mini ones. I'm from Texas, so I did mini ones in like Dallas. I think I went to Houston, I'm not too sure, but I did go to Dallas like 2 or 3 times for a meet and greet at the mall. And I did that with other influencers from Texas, so it was like a lot of fun and things like that. And then after that, my friend at the time, Maya, we probably clicked the most in that Airbnb. I also have Nina as one of my friends that I'm still friends with. I'm pretty much friends with everyone in the house. We just don't talk as frequently as we used to. But me and Maya got really close, and then she asked me to move in. And I was like, are you being for real? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I just have to ask my mom. I was like, okay, like ask her, whatever. She ended up asking her, and her mom said yes. And then I asked my parents, and they were like, are you sure? Like all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, I want to do it. So then I packed up all my stuff and I went to Georgia. And I went to Georgia a few other times to go visit Maya. So that's how I knew like I wanted to move, because that's where I met like Dewan and Kay, Andre, all of them. And they ended up making House of Hits, which I was in. That was like my first creator house that I was in, and it was a cool experience. It was really fun, though I really do miss Atlanta. Atlanta was definitely my favorite place out of all the places that I've lived. I loved the people over there. I love the friends that I made over there. It was a really cool experience. I still visit my friends over there. I was there I think a month ago, so it's really cool, like seeing all of us grow and all of that. I think it's been like a year and a half since I lived over there, or maybe 2 years now. But so I ended up moving over there for about, I think, 6 months. I moved back January, and Maya was talking to someone about a house, I think that's how. I'm not really too sure how the Finesse house started. That was the second content house I was in. I think Maya was talking to the person of the house, and she gave him the idea of the house, and then he was like, yes. And he found some creators that he liked, and Maya gave some influencers that she liked. I also gave some influencers that I liked, and then the house just ended up coming together. And honestly, that was a mess. The house was fun, but it was a mess, and something that I would not want to do again, ever. So then after that, we did that for I think 2.5 months. Then Verena, me, Zaya, and Gia, and Arlene decided to get a townhouse together in downtown LA, and I enjoyed that, because I was good with everyone in the Finesse. House. I loved everyone in the Finesse house. Yes, there was drama. I don't know, y'all didn't really see the drama, but it was it was definitely something, but we ended up moving, and that was definitely a really good decision because I was gonna go back to Texas at first, and then we were all like, okay, like I wanted to stay in LA. I did like LA. I just needed to be out of the influencer scene. It was giving me a lot of social anxiety. It was giving me a lot of stress. I didn't like that scene or whatever, so I ended up meeting this girl who we were DMing for a while, Iman. She is now like one of my best friends, and I ended up meeting her. I'd hang out with her a lot, actually. We would go to like some of the influencer parties together every once in a while, but I think in that townhouse, I ended up being to myself a lot. Like pretty much me and Verena and like all the girls in the house, Arlene, Zaya, we would go to get food, come back. I just chill in my room. I like normal stuff that I did back home in Texas. I wasn't really obligated to post like in the content house that I was in. Like we had to post, we had to do this. You had to sit down and make this video. You had like, it was really stressful. I didn't like it. So being in that house was definitely like a breath of fresh air, I guess you could say. Then the Airbnb ended up ending because, or the townhouse, which was an Airbnb, it ended up ending because we were by USC. So the college students already had August to the whole school year that they were gonna have the townhouse. So we were like, dang, I was searching for apartments. I remember the week of my birthday, we had like 2 or 3 weeks left. I was with Iman in Hawaii for our birthday. I was stressing that whole trip because I was like, I still want to live in LA. Like, I need to find an apartment. I need to, no one was taking me, or like everything was booked, and I couldn't be in LA paying for like a hotel or anything like that. So my parents ended up coming, my whole family ended up coming, and they were like, do you want to move back? That was really my only option, so I ended up moving back to Texas. Then after I moved back from LA, I was in Texas for about 3 months or 3.5 months, and this person I grew up with, Jaden, my current roommate right now in Miami, Florida, he asked me if I wanted to move to Miami because he needed a roommate, and I asked my dad, and I was like, I just came back, like I've been traveling for the last 1.5 years. I hadn't really seen my family and stuff like that, so the 3 months was like really nice to be able to like just catch up and like be around my family and stuff like that. And I was talking to my dad, and I was like, should I move to Miami? Like, he's inviting me, this is how much the rent is, like I don't know if I should do it. And my dad was just like he told me like all the other times, he was just do it, like the worst that can happen is you come back and that's it. And so I was just like, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna come, and if it works out, good. If it doesn't, I'll just come back, whatever the case may be. And it ended up working out. This is my apartment. I'm going to do an apartment tour soon, but that's kind of like the fast version of like how everything happened for me and how I'm here right now. I definitely want to give some advice on like how I make money, how I'm able to like live off TikTok and Instagram and all of that, because I get a lot of questions about that. And yeah, and I think if you want to do this, you should. And it does take a lot of, I think a lot of people think this is easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes you need a team behind you. Luckily, I have a team behind me that helped me out, and sometimes you don't need one. Sometimes people do it all by themselves, which is also perfectly fine, whatever's easiest for you. I think I've had a manager now for the last 1.5 years, and they've been able to do so many things, get me to work with so many brands, get me to work with like people that I never thought I'd work with, and like partnerships, and just all these things that I never thought I was going to be able to do. Like, I don't think people understand that I really never thought that this would happen or I'd be where I'm at. If I wasn't doing this, like, I would probably be in college. I ended up not going to college because of this. I do plan on going to college at some point, maybe this fall, maybe next year, it depends. But it's been a really crazy journey and ride, and like all the people I've met, the things that I've seen, the behind the scenes of being an influencer. Like, there's a lot that goes on, and there's people who are nice on the internet, mean in real life. There's people who act the same as they act online, and there's like so many like different things that you don't really get to see with like influencers and all that. But yeah, that's how I became an influencer, and this is where I'm at now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was like kind of informative or at least interesting. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I plan on making a how I make money video, and like with brands and partnerships, my managers. A lot of people have questions about that I kind of wish I would have seen a video about that, so I plan on making one soon. But if you have any questions or want to know anything else, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!